These are several fantasy and sci-fi books that I think would make incredible book club picks, and this is factoring in length, it's factoring in good discussion material, and readability. They cover a variety of book club vibes, so I'm hoping there's something here for everyone. I just finished This Is How You Lose the Time War by Amal El Motar, I hope I'm saying that right, and Max Gladstone, and the whole time I was just thinking this would make an incredible book club book. It's super short, but it's also so poetic, the prose is so beautiful, and the characters are so complex. It would be so fun to discuss this with like a big group of people. Then there's the Prison Healer trilogy by Lynette Noni. I can't say that. Lynette Noni. This is a YA fantasy romance trilogy. I think this would be great for one of those fantasy romance book clubs. The books themselves aren't too dense. They're very, very readable, very fast paced, and the characters are all also really lovable. So I think there's some great discussion material and potential there for like, who's your favorite character? Why do you love them? And personally, I would have loved having a group of people to freak out about these books with and read them with. I think it would have made it that much more fun. Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson is a classic. A lot of people recommend reading that one as like your first Brandon Sanderson book, and I think this would be a great book club pick, specifically for high fantasy lovers. The first book is great, and it wraps up in a way that like if your book club wanted to move on to a different series, you wouldn't have to necessarily finish the trilogy. Another sci-fi pick would be All Systems Red by Martha Wells. This is a part of like the Murderbot Diaries or series. It's really short. I listened to the audiobook and I think it was like 3.5 hours. It's a very character-driven story with a very lovable character. There's some really great potential for discussion about what it means to be human. I think it could be really cool to even talk about like the use of AI and kind of where we might be headed with that. If you're in a book club with mostly women, you guys like soft, cozy, whimsical fantasy romances, I would highly recommend Something Close to Magic by Emma Mills. I just listened to this audiobook and it was so charming and so sweet. There's great discussion again with characters, with like really sweet romantic moments that happen. I think a lot of people would highlight and want to talk about. If you're part of a book club that likes to read books with like deeper social issues at their heart, I would go with Babel by R.F. Kuang. If you haven't read this, you need to. Like it's again one of those that I think will be considered a classic. This book will also make you very emotional, I think. So I think it would be good to have a support system for that and people that you can like process the messages of this book with. Sorry, my parents' dog just came up to me. He's so cute. His name's Charlie. He's a whippet. As always, if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I'm not currently part of a book club. I have several friends that I buddy read with on a regular basis, but I think it would be so fun to start a book club. I'm trying to curate kind of a list of good books that I think would work for this.